I have this really plain corner in the side of my house. I had just finished my garland over my window, which I've videotaped for you guys before, so I didn't bore you with another video on that. But anyway, and I have an idea for it. I am going to nail into the wall some beautiful ornate crosses, and I think it's going to look really pretty. So quick, very quick video. It's either going to work or it's not, but I'm going to do it, and I thought I'd show you the before and after. All right, here's the finished product. Like I said, it's very, very simple. Let me scroll in so you can see them a little bit closer. I just simply, because of the striping, obviously that made it perfect because those were already very straight, and all I did was simply put little finishing nails in there and put the crosses on there. And if I come this way, you can see a little bit better just in this corner how it really fills in the corner nicely. And I'm getting ready to work on my dining room table, so I'll show you this next. And right now all I have is I put down this really pretty runner. Let me back up. I'm sorry. I'm sure that gives you vertigo. I apologize. Anyway, I put on this runner, and I think I'm going to use these two candelabras on there. I usually don't set my table. I know a lot of people do, but I have this gorgeous Rosenthal china that was a gift to me from my mother-in-law that's been passed down, and I thought, what a great tribute to have that out for the holidays. So I'm going to put that out. But again, there's I'm kind of blocking it there. I moved out of the light. It's really pretty, just a nice little elegant effect. Okay, so we're going to work on the table next. As I started gathering things to put on my dining room table, I kind of had this epiphany of, let's make it my angel table. We always say a blessing for those who are no longer with us at the dinner table for each of the holidays. And so I ended up putting my beautiful angel in the corner here, and it's very apropos with the crosses that are adorning the wall. And then over on this other side, I had a shelf, an ornate shelf that I put another angel up on. So with that, I decided maybe I will gather all of the candle holders and candlesticks and kind of have this ethereal feel on my table. So right now I'm actually just cleaning glass, and then I pulled out earthquake tape. And you may not live in California such as I do. However, I'm going to put these, probably filled with ornaments, on top of this candlestick right here. And you just want to ensure that if the table gets bumped, things don't go spilling onto your guests' plates. As well as I'll put some earthquake tapes up on here to hold whatever candles. I may end up using these mosaics. I'm not sure. So anyway, I wanted to show you really quickly where I'm going with this. So now I'm just hunting and gathering through the home anything that has that's a candlestick that will mimic the colors that I already have in here, which are the bronze and golds, and we'll go from there. Okay, this is what I've accomplished so far. I brought in, I wasn't going to use this centerpiece floral arrangement. Actually, I use it all year round, typically right here, and I didn't want to have so much floral, but it really ties all the metals and the cold objects together nicely. So what I did is right here, this really pretty leaf, gold leaf, is also tucked inside of my garland. And so that helped to blend the two together, I think. And then the colors of the flowers, again, that's why it's made to sit on this table, just lend itself so beautifully with the other colors. So I stole these from my fireplace. I like them next to it. I'm going to start filling the table with a few more baubles and whatnot. But this is what I've come up with so far. I'm going to fill the glass ones with some ornaments as well, and then add those glass finials to the arrangement. But I just wanted to show you where I'm at thus far and kind of my line of thinking. Okay, this is where I stand right now. All the colors are blending, and I like that. And then as I draw nearer, you can see that I added on to this mosaic, which again lends itself to that whole celestial, you know, angelic kind of thing. You've got the mosaics that you'd find in churches, the mosaic glass. And then I just simply hot glued this angel ornament to a ribbon. I had done this last year, but to a different candle, and then tied it in the back so the guests in the back have something visual to look at as well. And then I did it on its sister candle right over there. And so I have these two beautiful angels, again pulling in the angels that I wanted to. Down here on the glass finials, I added that same ribbon that has the brown trim to it, just again trying to keep the elements all alike and tie them in whenever possible. And those poinsettias that you see on them are the ones that I have tucked within the garland as well. So now we do really have a blending of all of the elements that I've used thus far in this section of the room. So the final thing I have to do, and I probably will still tweak it because that's what I always do. The final thing that I need to do is set the table. So I'm going to do that because that's going to give its own shimmer and shine from the elegance of the china with the gold trim. Something else I did, and I'm not certain if I'm enamored of it yet, I added these ornaments up on the little pedestals. I love these ornaments. I love the colors. I'm not certain whether I'm going to keep it there or not. We'll see. When I finish this video, if they're still there, obviously I ended up liking them. And then, of course, those glass pillars I filled with ornaments that also mimicked the colors in this room. So I'm going to set the table, and I will do a final scanning of my tablescape. Okay, I have completed the dining table, and this is just an overview of it. We'll try to go slowly. And of course, I've got my bright light in the background here, so I may stand in front of it a couple times and cast some shadows. But I set the table. I opted not to put the utensils on the table yet. Obviously, we're not getting ready to eat anytime soon. And so I chose to keep those off the table, but you can see how beautiful the china looks on top of the table. And with everything sparkling and lit up, I had some gorgeous, they're actually not votive holders, they're these beautiful Italian glassworks that were a gift to me. And I try to utilize them whenever possible. And there's one right there. And it just added an additional sparkle to the table. And again, you need to remember that we're going to be dining in the evening with the sun falling so early these days. What's going to end up happening is this table is just going to absolutely be sparkling with the flicker of candlelight, and it is going to be beyond opulent. I am super excited to dine with my guests here. Candles, all flameless candles in all of these. The only real candles I'm using are the votives. You may find that when you go to actually dine, you would opt not to have this big floral arrangement in the center. And again, this is just keeping your table absolutely exquisite during the holidays, and it's ready to go if you should have guests come over and you host a dinner event. And if not, any of this can be removed quite quickly without much issue, and you could have many more people seated at your table. So again, thank you so very much for working with me and us organizing this. I think it's an exquisite table. I'm really quite happy with it. I, of course, am Michelle with Designs by Michelle. I also have a blog that I have up and running, and it's called Designing an Embellished Life. I hope all of you have a very happy holiday season, and please stay tuned for many more videos this season. Merry Christmas.